everyone, I'm your host, Cadence, and welcome back to another episode of Project Honesty. This is a podcast by a young adult, for young adults, to acquire unfiltered advice and bold opinions, as well as take deep dives into the issues shaping our world. We'll challenge ideas, explore new perspectives, and have fun while navigating the ups and downs of life. This is Project Honesty, where truth meets curiosity and every conversation matters. Hey, welcome back. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while, and I'm going to explain why. I took a break over the summer. Obviously. I came to the realization right before summer started, like end of June-ish, that this is my business and my podcast, and it's my name, and I can make the executive decisions. And being a tired and burnt out high school student, I needed a break this summer. I needed to sit back, do nothing, see people that I haven't seen in a while, and relax. And just letting you guys know that I always have the plan to come back. I will always come back, no matter how long the break may be, no matter if you get a warning or not. Just know that anytime I take a break, I will always be returning. Just sometimes my life is a little up and down sometimes, and I can't always realistically fit this in while juggling a job, my acting career, academics, self-care, social life, all of those things. And so sometimes this has to be put on the back burner, and I think that is okay because obviously, well, my decision, my podcast, and I think that's okay and should be normalized. This episode is going to be very short, I think maybe under 10 minutes, depending on how good I am at editing today. It's just a welcome back. There's not much I have to update, but there is some quick little things that I want to go over. Something new is bi-weekly posting. So after trying to post weekly, I realized that for optimal content with the balance of work, school, and acting, all of which I'm doing right now, I needed more time. This decision was made to better my content for you all who care about and really like to receive the quality that this podcast is. And so I think I owe it to you guys to take more time, research more, go more in depth into topics, because you guys deserve that much more information, and I wasn't able to provide that for you when I was doing weekly posting. So that's kind of the only podcast related update. It's just bi-weekly posting. Sometimes it's more than bi-weekly, sometimes it's like 15 days. It just kind of depends on my schedule and how often I'm able to sit down and write. And I fit it in every day at least, just even for like 5 minutes, just so I can get and hit my deadlines. So yeah, that is something I decided to update just so I am open with you guys. Also, as you've seen on social media, Victor is still our social media manager, which is amazing. He's incredible, and he has a lot of great work coming up on there soon. So go check that out. Project_honesty24 is our Instagram handle. Some personal updates, kind of what I did this summer, what I'm up to now. I camped a lot. Being from Alberta, I'm very lucky that camping is very accessible to me, and like really epic camping, like in between mountains and shit. It's great. I did a lot of front country camping with friends and my partner. Front country is just you drive into a spot, you stay there, you camp, got a camp store. It's really, really fun. And I haven't been, before this summer, I haven't really been front country camping a lot. I did it when I was a kid, but not necessarily anytime recently. So I was like, hey, I want to do this summer. And it was a great decision. A lot of bonding time with the people that I love. So, and that has no price tag. I also, like you guys know, am a backcountry camper. I love being in the backcountry. So I did that with some of my favorite people in the world. I did the longest hike I've ever done while also simultaneously having a cold. I don't recommend. It was super fun, but also extremely challenging because of my physical state of being. It was still fun though. We went up to Shadow Lake. We didn't stay at the lodges because there is lodges at that lake, but they're hosted by the Alpine Club and you have to make reservations and it's more expensive. So we tented. It was amazing. I worked a lot I need to save up money for some exciting adventures next year, which y'all will hear about soon. And I just relaxed. I took a much needed break. I rebooted, I recharged, and I'm very glad to be back. And also, when it comes to my acting career, I just got my first ever lead role in a show, and it starts up within the next few days. So I'm very, very excited. And that was also a thing that influenced the bi-weekly posting, is I want to give my heart and my soul to that character. And I think the way to achieve that is dedicating more time to that, which means cutting back here. But hopefully y'all can understand why I made that decision. Now, kind of looking out the windshield in our current political climate and how this is going to be impacting topics on here moving forward. Obviously, a lot of things have happened in the last little while, specifically in America. American politics and laws consistently up in the air. The death of Charlie Kirk, what life is becoming for people of color, women and trans people, gender diverse and queer people in America, and how their life is being impacted by this administration. How American political moves have impact everywhere else, not just America, but the trickle-down effect into Canada, and overall my perspective as someone who is a queer Canadian female, and how I'll be using my perspective and my lens moving into certain topics in the future. Disclaimer, not all of my content will be focused on America. I think it's educating myself on the political climate in America and its trickle-down effect is very, very important. And not just for myself, but for everybody. But reality is this world is bigger than America. This world is bigger than the Trump administration. Yes, you will see a lot of content about American politics on my channel, but I will not make that my main focus. The world is wide. There are other events running concurrently that are equally as important to discuss, and I think my platform, being the platform that it is, also needs to hold space for those sort of things. But we're always going to be working from the same baseline of politics is ever changing. There's things going on every single day in any given country in this world that are important to talk about and that change things for many people. Politics, in general, will always provide a topic for me. It's always something that I can talk about. You can always make an episode out of politics, and so that's why it'll keep popping up, is because it's current. It's our world. It's our reality, and I think I come here to analyze our reality in a way, and politics is important to our reality, so that's why I talk about it. Another thing about our baseline is politics and decisions made by political leaders will create conversations and questions and opens the stage up for society to kind of judge and justify those decisions. And I think on here as well, through my lens, but also looking through other people's perspectives and lenses, there's a way that we can create conversation with that. And I always want to try to do that on here. Overall, I want to let you guys know how I will try to keep up. Emphasis on try, because due to politics being ever-changing, it is very hard to be on the ball all the time, giving you the latest stories, because anything happens every day, okay? And I can't, if I was a daily creator, maybe, but I'm not. And so some things will be missed. So to kind of make up for that, I want to produce thorough current event episodes that dive really, really deep into the impact of certain political decisions made by certain political leaders and kind of analyzing and inserting different perspectives on issues where certain individuals are impacted differently. Again, even if you look at Project Honesty's logo, we're all made up of different things, of different backgrounds, colors, perspectives, anything. And I think analyzing those perspectives and putting them into one episode and showing that one problem affects 10 people 10 different ways is very, very important to promote further diversity and inclusion in our society. So that is my goal. Anyways, guys, I know this was a really, really short episode, but it was mainly just serving as kind of an update rather than a full drawn out episode. I think next episode is September 30th. September 30th, because it is National Truth and Reconciliation Day here in Canada, and I want to make an episode about that. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Project Honesty. You can check us out on social media. Our Instagram is project_honesty24. TikTok is project.honesty. Our website is linked in our Instagram bio, and we're available for listening on Spotify and YouTube. If you enjoy listening to Project Honesty, share us with friends and family, and you can direct them to the Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, website, or TikTok to help them learn more. Subscribe, follow, and click the bell icon for updates when I post. And remember, the more listeners, the bigger the family.